Hiya, Briggy Dee back here on the blogs here for Music Converters FM. Just want to let you know that we have a great setup each every week. Don't forget Mixed Monday 7 to 9. Wednesdays, Lovers Wednesdays, very popular, 7 to 9. And we've changed it slightly now to on Fridays, one on, one off. Dancehall, Funky House Fridays, 1 week. And Slow Jam Fridays the other week as well. So, don't forget as well, also the important telephone number 07368 227 163. Get you into the studio as well. Also, Music Converters FM Limited, long word, 605@gmail.com. Gets you to the studio as well. You could also email us as well. Right, I wanted to talk about the coronavirus amongst black and ethnic minorities. And the reason why I say that is that it seems that this virus loves us. In a sense, we are more prone to be affected by the coronavirus than sort of our white counterparts, to be honest. So, let me just quickly go through. British BME COVID-19 deaths rate more than twice of whites. So, for me, the death rate amongst British black Africans and British Pakistanis from coronavirus in England is very high. And it's more than 2.5 times that of our white counterparts' population. And according to the Stark analysis by Institute of Physical Studies, the highly respected think tank also found that deaths among black Caribbean backgrounds were 1.7 times higher than any white Britons. Can you imagine that? So it's higher than that as well. So NHS England figures published a few months ago showed that the hospital deaths per 100,000 amongst British people of black Caribbean background were 3 times equivalent to the number amongst the majority white British population. So it means that we are in a higher category than our white counterparts. However, unlike previous analysts, the IFS research published on, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, that it strips out role of age, gender, and shows that they not explain the parties of that as well. So I just wanted to quickly go through some stats with you, and far higher numbers of people from black Caribbean backgrounds have died from corona-19 per 100,000 people that other ethnic groups. So this is really startling. Black Caribbean background 78%. Other black background, so that could be Africans, it could be, any of those situations, 53%. Indian background 35%, white Irish background 31%, and other Asian background 30%. So straight away, I haven't even gone down the list, we are 78% more likely to catch this. Black African background 30%, white British background 27%, Bangladeshi background 23%, and other white backgrounds 22% as well. Chinese as well, background 15%, and mix ethnicity is 10% as well. And what it really boils down to, as far as I'm concerned, is that if you're a black or ethnic minority, you really have to make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. The statistics actually tell you that it's dangerous for us as a community, as a person with a darker skin. It's more dangerous for us. Now, examining the possible reasons why, because again, I like to make sure that we try and get the correct information. And it says that 1/3 of all working age black Africans are employed in key worker roles, cleaners, that situation, is 50% more than the share of the white British population. And it says that Pakistan, Indian and black African men are respectively 90%. So that's 150% over 310% more likely to work in healthcare than white British men. So in other words, the jobs that for cleaning, anything like that is going to be quite concerning with that as well. So concerns have been growing about the disproportionate impact of corona on the black and Asian minority as well. Since figures published earlier this month show that 35% of almost 2,000 COVID-19 patients in intensive care units in England, Wales, Northern Ireland were non-white. Let me read that again. 35%, yeah, so if we look on a situation of 100%, 35% of almost 2,000 cases, so 2,000 people, 35% of that were, that's in between England, Wales and Northern Ireland, were non-white. Compared with 14% of the population of England and Wales, according to the 211 census, fears were fueled by the fact that the first 10 doctors with the virus reported to have died was also from a black or ethnic minority. Can you imagine that? How bad that is? And I think when you hear about the coronavirus, you really have to take a stop to yourself and say to yourself, am I doing enough to protect myself as an ethnic minority or a black person, or whatever the case is? Am I really taking this virus serious? Because all the statistics actually come across and say that we are more likely to catch this virus than our white counterparts. Now you imagine. So are you taking care of yourself? Do you know what to do? Do you even know how to wash your hands? Very quickly. Washing your hands. You know it stays on the surface for about 3 to 4 hours. You know that it can go on your clothes. You know, let's go for instance. So we've got a situation where you've come home from work or the shops or whatever. Do you wipe down your food? You know, do you wipe it all down? Do you actually say to yourself, you know, because you've done shopping, I do it. So when I get in, what I do, I wipe everything down. That's bottles, packets of crisps, chocolate, whatever it is, ready meals or whole chicken. You need to be wiping down your food. Anything that you buy out in the shop at this present time, when you get home, you need to be wiping down your food. How many people in your household use one toilet? In most households, unless you're very fortunate to have 2 toilets, people are using the toilets. You go on the door handles, you're flushing the chain, you're touching the handles, you're touching even the basin to wash your hands. Are we sanitising and cleaning down those surfaces? You need to take this very serious as well. And what I do as well, lots of bleach about. You know, I fill up bleach bottles and I spray and clean down as best I can with whatever can do. Because this thing stays on you. It actually stays on you. How many people come home from work or from I don't know, a long day at work? Did you know when you come home from work or a long day at work, let me give you a little tip. When you're wearing a jacket, which you don't really want to wash, do you? Because, you know, you wore a jacket, there's nothing wrong with it, it just kept you nice and dry. Do you know what I do? I put my jacket outside and I leave it out there for about 3 hours. And the reason for that is that the virus stays on a surface for 2 to 3 hours. So when I take that jacket back in, I'm almost 80% sure that there's nothing on that jacket. You should take off all your clothes that you have been associating yourself, whether you've gone shopping, whether you've gone to work, whether you had to go and meet somebody, whatever the case, you should be stripping down and washing those clothes. What I do when I come from work, honestly, as soon as I get in, close the door, everything off. Obviously my boxer shorts or whatever, I don't take those off until I go upstairs and have a wash. But all my clothes comes off. Whether I'm clean or not, you need to protect yourself when it comes to that situation. How many people are driving and have a car, and your car goes in for service, or your car goes in the MOT, or you've had to get a new tyre done. How many people, when that vehicle comes back, are cleaning down their steering wheel? That's, just think about it. How many people do you? I always do it. How many people at the moment have sanitizers in their car, have wipe downs in their car? These things you should be having. You should go to even if you can't afford it, go to the pound shop and buy it, or put them together, and put them in a bottle. But let me give you a prime example. If you've got a couple of bottles at home that you had something sprayed in, and you can open those bottles, buy some bleach. Seriously, buy some bleach. The big tub of bleach what you can buy. I mean, about 89p. So I think Tesco's, they do it 29p. Fill up those bottles, and when you are in a situation, you can spray down. Absolutely brilliant. So don't have to keep buying Ziff or special bacteria spray. Bleach. That's all you need to do. Fill it up with bottles and the bleach as well. So these things you have to do to help yourself. Washing your hands. Did you know when you wash your hands, what you should do, and again, it's not just about washing your hands, thanks very much, with a towel. What you should be doing is run the water, let the water go in your hands, then take the soap and start rubbing your hands, the soap, in the middle of your hands. Start cleaning your hands, but then turn your hands to the back of where your fingernails, and start doing from your nails going all the way in between your fingers on both hands. Okay? You should be washing that clearly. Once you've done that and the water's running, put your hand underneath there, let the water to run. Now, this is a very serious issue, what you should always be doing. Once you've done that and you've got wet hands, what you should be doing is taking the towel or whatever, wiping your hands. To turn off the tap, use the same disposable towel to turn off the tap, because the virus could be on it. You're going to cross-contaminate in yourself if you don't do that. Little things that need to be things. So, guys, we really need to be taking this serious. If you're from an ethnic minority or black or whatever, you really need to be taking this coronavirus extremely serious. It affects us. If you're a black or ethnic minority, please make sure that you follow the guidelines. At work, we now have to wear masks, and for me, great, not a problem. And sometimes I have to bring it down a bit to get a bit of air, because and you can get a 5 minutes and do that. But remember, if you're an ethnic or a black person, remember that wear your masks. Make sure that you don't associate yourself without the mask. I don't care how popular you are at work. Hello Mick, hello John. John's all right. He's been with us years. He won't catch. He's been with us years. He won't catch it. Yes, you will. You're more likely to catch it. Remember, out of 100,000, out of 200,000 people, 35% were ethnic minority. Just like out of 100 people, it's going to be at least 30 of those people, 30, 40 people from an ethnic minority that will get it pretty bad. And, there are statistics about America as well, but we're not going to go into that. But, just very quickly, just to go with, let me give you some statistics. It's all over the world. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you have a black skin and you are of ethnic minority, you're going to get it worse. It's simple as that. Latino, if you're a Latino, whatever the case is. In America, deaths per 100,000 of each group for all the US states. Wait for it. So, Latinos. And this is versus white. So the first figure I'm going to give you, this is America. First thing I'm going to give you is the people, and then I'm going to give you there's only a couple of bits and pieces here. So Latinos, 322 people, according in New York. 87 of that were white. That's it. District of Columbia, 194, 32 were white. Yeah, you can go. The list goes on. So I don't want to go through the whole bloody thing, but it really is important that you make sure that you are focusing on that. So this is another blog from Briggy Dee on the big one, Music Converters FM. Please, guys, stay safe. So the motto is, wash your hands, wear a mask or a face covering, and we can all then control the virus. I'm out of here. Respect.